to just do it at the very beginning when you're doing all this. Now, it's the end of the year. Let's go ahead to the next slide, if you don't mind. I think we're just about done. Okay, so it's the end of the year, end of 2023. You're getting ready for 2024. As a part of your business plan for next year, what we recommend you do is you make sure that you have all of your business entity stuff tightened up. We've been talking about lawsuits. Does anybody know how much the jury verdict for that NAR lawsuit was? $1.78 billion. If you are a sole proprietor and you get a judgment against you for $1.78 billion, what are you going to do? They're going to come for your house. They're going to come for your car. They're going to come for all of those things, okay? If you are a business, if you are an LLC, if you're a corporation, you have legal protections. That liability will live and die with your business. They may not be able to come and take your home, your car, your house, your kids' teddy bears. That seems a little cruel, but you get my meaning on this, okay? So it's very, very important that you do this. So we are offering a promo code right now, $50 off our service. The promo code, if you can't see it at home, is Signature Agent, all one word, all caps, Signature Agent. And then we've got the cool QR code that'll take you to our website. So please go ahead and do that. That discount code is good for about a week or so. So don't hesitate too far. I've got a few more minutes, so I will go ahead and take questions on all of this stuff. Yes, sir.
I would just like to say I went through and did this whole process, and it was incredibly easy. So if you haven't set up, because I had an issue with my first LLC, and it was super quick and easy. So if you haven't done that already, I highly recommend it.
Thank you. And I will pay him later for his kind words.
I'm just going to tell you that I am an S corp, huge tax advantages. So if you don't have one, I would highly suggest it. Cut mine off.
Yeah, you'll want to talk to your own tax representative, but it's definitely important to take a look at it. Yes.
So I would say, also as an investor, you want to make sure that you're communicating this to your investor, right? There's, I know it's holiday season, again, we can give value add. This being a great value add is to connect with your investors today, whether they're future investors or whatever, to literally protect your assets. Because in having one conversation with Dave, it made me realize that although I think I have everything that I need, umbrella policy, all this other stuff, it's like we have Series LLC.
Yep. Since we have a few minutes, let's talk about what a Series LLC is, okay? Does anybody know what a Series LLC, if anybody works with investors, you want to know what a Series LLC is. Series LLC, okay, so when you create an LLC, okay, you have to incorporate it, you got to have a resident agent, you got to pay all the administrative fees through the state of Nevada every year, okay? A Series LLC is essentially kind of like a parent, okay? You can have individual children, if you will, or silos underneath it. But you have to select Series LLC at the very beginning. It's not a default. There are situations where so if I'm coming into town and I'm a buyer client for you and say, hey, I'm going to buy 2 or 3 pieces of property in Nevada, a Series LLC would be probably the best way to go for them in certain situations, because they only pay that administrative fee to the Secretary of State once a year, and then they can create separate entities with separate EINs, separate bank accounts, and then allow their properties to be protected. Now, there are some drawbacks to a Series LLC. A Series LLC is a relatively new legal vehicle. There are some states that don't recognize it, okay? They're valid in Nevada. They have not been determined to be legal in the state of California. So we don't know if they're legal in California. I like to joke that there are times in life where you want to be first in line. The Department of Motor Vehicles, maybe Disneyland. You do not want to be the first in line to find out if Series LLCs are valid in the state of California. So if you have California investors, they may not want to go down that road. And we've got an entire section of our website that talks about Series LLCs. If you have an investor client, we have a special package where we sit down and talk to your investors. We explain the pros and cons of the different types of incorporations that they have in Nevada and how that's beneficial for them. We have one for small businesses, and then we have a specific one for real estate professionals where we go through the issues that you're going to have that are separate, because you guys are special, versus other businesses. Then we have all of those. And we also have, we have a variety of different services, a variety of different price points. The promo code's good for all of those. But a Series LLC is incredibly important for investors. You also may want to be careful with foreign investors because some countries don't necessarily recognize corporate structures in the in the United States. For example, in Canada, does anybody know if Canada recognizes an LLC? They do not. They tax it twice. So if you go out and meet with if you have an investor client from Canada, you go out and have them go meet with a regular incorporation company or a lawyer who's not familiar with FIRPTA and those issues, they're just walking into dual taxation, which is the exact thing they're trying to avoid. They want to have less. So an LLC is not the ideal vehicle for Canadian investors. But again, you'll want to be able to have a service and provide that. So we not only help you with your own individual business, which you want to be mindful of and protected, but we'll also be able to help you with your investors who have questions. Yes, Chris?
I just want to make sure that everyone understands that if they incorporate and have a real estate license, they've got to transfer it into that corporation. And the business license that they currently have as an individual has to be replaced with a new corporation business license. You don't get to wait it out. So can you explain that just a little
Yeah,
bit?
so if you are an existing, some sort of a structure, and you're a real estate agent and you want to make sure you're protected, we do offer an initial consultation as a part of our package where we sit down and we talk to you, because there might be additional paperwork that we'll need depending on your individual structure. If you have an existing business name that you are not sure if is active, we can walk you through the steps to do that, and depending on how long, depending on what your business is. I mean, if you're a real estate agent, it's your name and you're in default, and it's what's on your license, we're going to probably just have to pay the fees to resuscitate it and do all that. If it's not, or you're a different business, it may be more cost effective for us to create a completely new entity versus the fees and costs and the late fees that the Secretary of State files. Again, these are the fees that the government charges. Everyone charges these fees, so you're not going to be able to get out of paying those. But it's important for liability purposes that it's important. And so if you have like a standard LLC with, I like Penguins is my favorite one because everybody likes Penguins. I like Penguins LLC. If I have that and I'm a real estate agent, unless my name is I like Penguins and that's what's on my license, I'm going to need a separate legal entity for real estate. Now, if you have multiple businesses and you're a real estate agent, you may want to have more than one LLC so that the real estate division's administrative oversight is only with that one LLC, and they're not looking at your other business of gelato stands. You can really tell I just really like ice cream because that's all I really talk about is gelato stands. So, if you have a gelato stand, give me your card because I'll probably come buy ice cream from you. But you want to keep the costs, revenues, marketing, all of that things separate from your real estate business. And that's one of the ways you can do it. Is there any other questions? Because I have a tendency to talk really fast. Okay, I'll turn it back over to Chris. Thanks for your time, everybody.
Give David a applause. As always, thank you guys so much for your time this morning. Hopefully you enjoyed breakfast. We had this new thing. It was like a souffle, an egg souffle. It was really good. Anyone have the jalapenos? I did. But just want to remind everybody, going into the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, it's a time when people are at home. They're sitting around the table and they realize that they want to go somewhere else, and it's a great time to hold an open house. And so if you've not done it, I used to hold open houses all the time in the Thanksgiving weekend because people are in the neighborhoods in bulk. And so just putting it out there, not telling you have to do it, but just a good idea during the time of year. As always, we said it last week, if you're looking to business plan and you haven't done it yet, please reach out to any of the managers. Brandon or I, we'd love to business plan with you if you haven't done it. We have a number of resources on the website that you can utilize to create a plan. Usually it's just the conversation leading up to you creating a plan that's the best, so let us know. We'd love to help with that. I know all of the managers would as well. And if you need anything, say something. We're here to help, and have a great week. Thanks, guys, so much.